So today we would be discussing one of the main questions that everyone always asks from day one, day two, day three. What is the best diet? Or what diet you recommend? Or what diet will make me lose faster? So I would like to share this research, and I think this research has actually answered most of the myths or demyth most of the concepts. So it was a meta-analysis done in 2014. So what meta-analysis means that it is a combination of all the research trials that has been done, and this researchers basically compares these studies and do sort of a broad analysis. So what they did, they compare the results of most of the diets that has been done in North America. So you have a learned diet, which is basically the learn is basically lifestyle, energy, attitude, a nutritional system, and it is mostly the low fat diet. Then Weight Watchers, Zone, Volumetric. Volumetric is mostly low calorie diet. Atkins is low carb diet. Jenny Craig has his own. Most of the people know Ornish is high protein diet. So anyway, so they compared this diet, and what they found out, I would like to share the results. So you see this gray color bars and the orange color bars. So what you see here is that in 6 months, so they have divided the data in 6 months and 12 months. You see that in 6 months, the highest bar is of Atkins diet, which is a low carb diet. So we found that in 6 months, the maximum benefit is no doubt with a low carb diet. But if you just compare it, volumetric is almost the same, 9.9%, and then 10, 9, 9. So we found out that most of the diets at 6 months will work. But look at the results at 12 months, which is the orange color. Most of the diets, they get reduced. The results are less at 12 months. You see it. But if you compare at 12 months, the highest result is of a low fat diet. And most of it is almost the same. So the overall analysis or what you said conclusion of these authors is that any diet will work for you. Any diet will generally work for first 6 months. And by the 12 months, they usually do not work. Why? Because the concept of the body that most of the people will either lose what they do, they go back, they usually are off track and they gain weight, right? So the conclusion was that any diet is better than no diet at all. Means that you should be doing something about your weight. Whatever works for you, you do it. So any diet is better than no diet at all. Okay, so I'm just going to recap. So what's going on? So the best diet is the one that we are able to enjoy. We are mindful. It doesn't have any pitfalls, and we'll talk about the pitfalls. And the thing that we have been raised hearing from our parents, grandparents, is that you eat to live, don't live for eating. That's the whole concept here. So I mean, yes, you want to enjoy it, but in the end, you just want to give only the amount of calories that you just need in order to survive. That's the whole idea here. So just recapping, the best diet characteristics is what? This is a diet that is different for everyone and will give different results for everyone. It is not one size fit all, right? It can be changed and there's no harm in changing it. The end result of a best diet is the one that is sustainable, because we know that obesity is a chronic problem. And the only thing that is in our hand is a lifestyle, that the things that we are putting it in our mouth. So we have to be monitoring what we are putting in our mouth. So that has to be enjoyable, that has to be sustainable, and it does not restrict any food groups. We should be taking almost everything that the nature has provided us, that is recommended. And it is the one that actually restrict the calories and emphasize the phenomena of restrict energy in, because that is the only thing that's under control. If you go back and see the 4 factors of weight that influences the weight, non-modifiable factors were our genetics, appetite system, and almost environment, right? So what is the only factor that is in our hand is lifestyle. So in the lifestyle, you would try to restrict your calories, but not restricting the food groups. So this is the best diet.